Our main purpose out here is to make sure it stays safe while the kids get to and from school. Try to eliminate the violence.
Veterans come from an environment in which every day they understand what their purpose is. They understand that what they do matters to the person to the left and to the right.
12-10-23, do you copy?
They understand that there's this overarching goal. When they come out of the military, there's this moment in which they say, well, what's my new purpose? So our ability to come back as veterans and be useful to people, other than ourselves, is critical.
We do show that there are people out here that is watching to make sure these kids get there safe. Now, we may not stop any crimes from happening, but we're going to stop some crimes from developing. Somebody's going to think twice because we're there.
How y'all doing?
And because of that, there's going to be a child that gets home safe that day.
Good morning, guys.
When we first started thinking about Leave No Veteran Behind, it didn't start off as this very philanthropic idea. I had joined the active duty after completing my college education. And I had all these student loans. I get back from Iraq in 2004. I get a call that my loans had come out of deferment and that I owed about $2,200 in 20 days. My co-founder, Roy Sarton, very similar situation. Our goal was to go write a letter to Oprah saying, look, Oprah, we're two guys from the city of Chicago. We went to war. We got these student loans, and can you pay off these student loans? And if you remember in 2005, that's when Oprah was buying cars for the studio audience. So we had told some other veterans and some other military folks this idea, and all these veterans who said, hey, if Oprah helps you out, can you make sure that she helps me as well? We realized there was a bigger problem than us. What if we were to raise dollars, apply those dollars directly to the veteran student loan account, and then require the veteran to give back 100 to 400 hours of community service once that debt has been paid?
Everybody got their phones? Come on, please. Mr. Marine.
The Safe Passage program initially started from us paying off one of our veterans' student loans. So the veteran, Haki Gherkin, he had an economic hardship where his mother's cancer came out of remission. We raised enough money, paid off his student loan debt, and then we went to Haki and said, Haki, what do you want your service project to be? Haki, Chicago police officer, at the time says, I'm tired of seeing more kids dying on the streets of Chicago than we're losing veterans in Iraq and Afghanistan. This was in 2010. We went to Chicago Public Schools and said, look, we want to do something around youth violence. Chicago Public Schools came back and said, we've got a corner. 35th and Martin Luther King Drive, convergence point between 5 high schools, multiple gang affiliations, and on half a days, we're having all of these big violent incidents. Can you do something about it? So we went out with about 20 veterans and started providing safe passage, positive adult engagement. And on those days, we didn't have a single incident.
Well, we got to keep an eye on him and that other little boy that stands over here.
Looking for a job, filling out job applications, going off to interviews, just really trying to find a better way to advance my career.
Cedric is an interesting case. You know, not only is he going to go to school, but Cedric came to us without some housing. He came to us without employment. And so those are the veterans that we really look at to give opportunities and also to give hope.
How's it going, man?
We help them get to and from school. But also while they're walking past us, you know, you got to build some kind of relationship with them. You know, you say hi to them every day.
How's it going?
Eventually they're going to say a little bit more than just hi.
He has an education in psychology. He's motivated to come back to his community and actually solve some very specific issues.
Doing all right? Anybody?
So many of these youth are dealing not only with the issues of being underinvested, but they're also, some of these youth are dealing with post-traumatic stress themselves because of the violence in these communities.
I want to continue on my education, but my main focus is to help out troubled kids. Feel like the things can change, and I just want to be a part of it.